The fragile ecosystem of Saanich Inlet was declared endangered by the BC Ministry of Environment 26 years ago. At the old Bamberton limestone quarry, mining had been inactive since 1930. In 2016, Malahat Investment Corporation began surface mining the mountainside for rock and aggregate. This small operation is just getting started. They are planning a massive expansion into a huge surface mine of roughly 2 square kilometers. The foreshore water lease is being increased for added barge traffic. Their plan states that barges could be transporting hazardous contaminated soil, hydrocarbon fuels, and creosote logs to the site. The Saanich Inlet Protection Society applied to the BC Ministry of Environment for an environmental assessment of this operation. The Environmental Assessment Office, on January 17, 2023, made a preliminary decision to deny this request. 2 First Nation communities, the Saanich and the Sartlip, are strongly opposed. The ministry states they'll hold off on the final decision, awaiting public comment. An online public info session where you can state your opinion is set for February 2nd from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Register online now. Written online comments will be accepted until February 14, 2023. See the links provided.
Hello, my name is Frank White. All my life I've been in the diving business, both in sport and commercial and military diving. The Saanich Inlet here is, I've been diving for over 40 years in the inlet. It's a very unique ecosystem. It doesn't flush, and it's very deep, and the opening is very shallow, so it doesn't flush out. And it has some unique species in there. We have the cloud sponges, we have boot sponges. I've got pictures of me with a boot sponge almost as tall as me. They take hundreds of years to grow, and they're all in danger. The runoff from this expansion of this mine is going to go into the ocean. It's not going to dissipate because there's no tides. It's going to cover the bottom. It's going to kill all the shellfish and the octopus and that eat them, and the crabs and the prawns that both the animals eat, and there's a lot of humans out here prawning. It's one of the best prawning areas in the world. This is all in danger, and we've got to do something about it.
I'm Daniel Kenway. I'm the chair of the Willis Point Community Association. We are a community of about 150 homes, and we are the most proximate to the development that is proposed for Bamberton. Saanich Inlet is a shared recreational resource for thousands of BC residents. Saanich Inlet and Brentwood Bay are part of a tourist hub that includes the Butcher Gardens, destroying the ecology, damaging the natural beauty, and driving away the whales will have a negative commercial effect of tens of millions of dollars per year for the future stretching forward, and reduce the value of billions of dollars worth of developed real estate where people have invested their life savings in a home and a beautiful natural environment. I call upon the BC government to protect the environment and realize that the public interest goes far beyond the shareholders of a few companies like Hall Constructors, Coastmount, and the benefit to a small number of families who might be employed there from the local First Nation. I know that all the other First Nation leaders I've talked to are dead against this. I call upon the government to recognize the public interest and protect the Saanich Inlet. Thank you.
This Bamberton expansion of the mine site is going to basically go from the mine all through all that section there is all going to be turned into mine. They're going to over double the size of the mine, and you can imagine it's a steep slope. When it rains, we're going to have water goes downhill. Even a 5-year-old would know water goes downhill. So one would think our mine minister and our environment minister would realize that there is going to be sloughing off into the ocean, into Saanich Inlet, and the kill off. Now, how they're getting around the legal aspect of having to do a study is that the law says if they only expand by under 50%, there's no study needed. But they have come to the table before. They've had expansion, so they can expand at 47% and then come back and expand at 40% on the increased one, and then at 40%. So they're way over double the size of the mine, and they're getting around with this loophole that both the mine minister knows about and the environment minister knows about. Why are they not allowing a study that everyone is asking for? On this side of the inlet, Central Saanich, North Saanich, the Highlands District, our two First Nations have all written in and asked for a study. Why are they not doing this? Why are they going against municipal governments who are voted in by the people who are asking for this study, and they're ignoring that? Is this Big Brother taking over municipal issues again? We need to stop this.